It seems unlikely, but if you had it to do over again, would you do any part of it differently?
Well, if I had it to do over again, I think, no, I don't think it would. I don't know. I hope I don't have to do it over again.
Hey everybody, I'm Ross Persig. This is the first episode of my podcast, and also I'm going to put this up on YouTube and maybe have a little clip of my Instagram. So the idea of this podcast and the idea of my whole channel is to help you dream, learn, grow. I think those are the three big things wherever you want to go in life, whether it's with business or relationships or whatever. You first need to dream it, you need to imagine it, and you need to learn, you need to take in the information, and then you have to take what you've learned and grow and actually act and do something with it. This one is an interview of Walt Disney. One of the things I really enjoy about this interview is really crazy to me is actually Fantasia, which was my favorite sick movie. Whenever I was sick as a kid, I always wanted to watch Fantasia. I don't know, it's not obviously a very popular Disney one, but he talks about how it flops, and he calls it I think he calls it an artistic success and a financial failure. And there were bumps on the way, because I think when somebody's successful, we always like, oh, they were always like that. They never struggled. The last thing that I think is really interesting is the first thing that he did with his money that he got from his films was he built a school. He built an art school for his artists, because what they were doing had never been done before. So they were just like pushing the limits. So without further ado, here is the interview of Walt Disney.
You've had so many of them, 29 Oscars and nearly 700 other awards from all corners of the world, but personally, what has been your greatest reward to date?
Well, my greatest reward, I think, is that I've been able to build this wonderful organization. I've been able to enjoy good health, and the way I feel today, I feel like I can still go on being a part of this thing after 40-some-odd years in the business, and also to have the public appreciate and accept what I've done all these years. That is a great reward. And we used to have to run the cartoon. We'd have the fellows with the sound effects. We had the people with the voices. We had the orchestra going, and everybody had to synchronize. They would go, ah, or they would go bang, or they would go this, or they would pop one of these pop guns, and they would always fit. We had the family fortune. We had everything wrapped up in Snow White. In fact, the banker, I think, was losing more sleep than I was. And fortunately, they thought, we put it in, premiered it, and everything else. Why, everything was fine. The banker was happy. It wasn't but about 2 years later that I was almost broke.
Well, 2 years later
Again.
was following Pinocchio and coming into the Fantasia period.
Yeah, that about did it,
But that was a new
artistic
one.
success, financial failure.
Certainly an artistic success. It was a magnificent
Well,
achievement.
some people would question that, too. First thing I did when I got a little money to experiment, I put all my artists back in school. The art schools that existed then didn't quite have enough for what we needed, so we set up our own art school. And out of that school have come the artists that now make up my staff here, and more than that, the artists that make up most all of the cartoon outfits in Hollywood.
I'd like to talk to you about Disneyland. Where did you originally get the first notion for Disneyland?
Well, it came about when my daughters were very young, and as I'd sit there while they rode the merry-go-round, did all these things, sit on a bench, eating peanuts, I felt that there should be something built, some kind of an amusement enterprise built where the parents and the children could have fun together. So that's how Disneyland started. Well, it took many years. It was a whole period of maybe 15 years developing. I started with many ideas, threw them away, started all over again, and eventually it evolved into what you see today as Disneyland. But it all started from a daddy with two daughters wondering where he could take them, where he could have a little fun with them, too.
It seems unlikely, but if you had it to do over again, would you do any part of it differently?
Well, if I had it to do over again, I think, no, I don't think I would. I don't know. I hope I don't have to do it over again.
Hey everyone, I hope you liked that interview, and make sure to check out some upcoming podcasts and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is just Ross Pirsig, Pirsig, to get more content like this. And I'll leave you with a little bonus clip about Disney talking about what is happiness to him. So have a good day, guys.
Well, of course, I mean, happiness is a state of mind. I mean, that you can, it's your own doing. You can be happy or you can be unhappy. It's just according to the way you look at things, you know. So I think happiness is, well, contentment, but it doesn't mean you have to have wealth, you know. But all individuals are different. Some of us wouldn't be satisfied with just carrying out a routine job and being happy. Yet I envy those people. I had a brother who I really envied because he was a mailman. But he had all the fun. He had himself a trailer, and he used to go off and go fishing, and he didn't worry about payrolls and stories and picture grosses or anything. And he was the happy one. I always said he's the smart Disney.